So our top story this morning coming in from sports, and that's because skipper Rohit Sharma has been dropped out of the 5th test. And this is a do-or-die test. It's very important. The manner in which the Indian team has faced criticism that it hasn't performed the best, at least in this tournament in Australia. Jasprit Bumrah, that means leading the team in the 5th test. Bumrah has said, however, this is very interesting. Jasprit Bumrah claims Rohit Sharma opted out of the final test. In many ways, remember that while Rohit Sharma has had many records to his credit, but he also in some way becomes the first Indian skipper to be benched mid-series. But many have been questioning Rohit Sharma's performance over the past few months. But let me first go across to India Today's sports editor Nikhil Naz for the latest on that. Nikhil, good morning. Now, this was all in speculation, but what do you make of it? Because Jasprit Bumrah says he wasn't dropped, he opted out.
See, firstly, I mean, this is semantics, Pooja. It's pretty much, now confirmed that, even if the captain has opted out and decided to sit out of the test match, it is pretty effectively dropped. And dropped is a word you often associate with a player that has been left out of the 11 based on performances. And there is no shame in admitting at the moment that the captain's performances haven't been up to scratch, not just in this series, but this calendar year. And I think while on paper it does seem like a bold call to take, as you've mentioned in your reportage as well, that this is unprecedented. For the very first time, you've had a Indian skipper being dropped midway during the series. So on the face of it, it does seem like a very bold call, but I think it must have been a rather easy call for the skipper himself to make. I have no reasons to doubt Jasprit Bumrah when he comes out and says that the captain himself decided to sit out. Even if he's decided himself to sit out, it is pretty much dropped, and that's a decision that the captain himself has taken. And why do I say that it would have been a rather easy decision for Rohit Sharma to take? Because you need to look at all the things that happened leading up to this particular test match. For one, his form, he had been struggling with the form, and if you had to honestly ask who is it that needs to sit out of the 11 to strike the right balance, I think the answer pretty much would be Rohit Sharma, even if Rohit Sharma asked himself that question. So that's one. His form has been deserting him for some time. Secondly, the previous test match that happened in Melbourne, the tough call was taken to drop someone like a Shubman Gill, and that's a call that came under scrutiny, it came under heavy criticism, simply because Shubman Gill, even though hadn't been scoring a lot of runs in this series, but overall had been one of your top performers of the year, and to make him sit out to ensure that Rohit Sharma is accommodated is something also that that didn't go down well, with the Indian cricket public at large. And I think that is something also that Rohit Sharma would have been mindful of, that how do you now once again drop Shubman Gill, and you need to accommodate him. Once you need to accommodate him, then who goes out? Once again, the answer could have been Rohit Sharma. And third, and most importantly, another factor that would have helped Rohit Sharma take that decision was the fact that, remember, he was not part of the team in the very first test match of this series. He missed that test match because of personal reasons. And what did the Indian team do? They went ahead and won that test match. He joins the Indian team from the next test match onward, and since then India have gone on to lose 2 test matches and drawn 1 test. So I think the results also were speaking to themselves, where I think Rohit would have said, okay,
Nikhil,
maybe it's best time to give back the reins to Jasprit Bumrah.
Able to track the tournaments, is it the ODI, is it the test matches, and is it Rohit Sharma as a skipper or Rohit Sharma as a player himself who's facing the axe for a reason? How bad has his performance been in the past few months that possibly led to this speculation and a decision?
Rohit Sharma, the skipper, has been blowing a bit hot and cold in test match cricket. Rohit Sharma, the captain in white ball cricket, has been outstanding. And we're talking about the year that's gone by, where India actually achieved one of their finest moments in history, winning the T20 World Cup under the leadership of Rohit Sharma. Plus, I think the more important bit here is not so much his captaincy, but his form with the bat. And this is a Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde story in itself. Rohit Sharma, the white ball batter, has been outstanding, even though he's retired from T20 cricket after winning that T20 World Cup. But overall, his white ball form has been good. Even if I take you a year back at the 2023 50-over World Cup, he was one of your standout performers. So Rohit Sharma, the white ball batter, captain, especially in ODI cricket since he's let go of T20, does have a future for maybe a couple more years. Maybe the Champions Trophy that we're looking at, who knows, maybe the 2027 ODI World Cup as well. But Rohit Sharma, the batter in red ball cricket, I think that's where the doubts started to creep in. And the other factor, as I mentioned, one, his form deserting him. Two, the Indian team not being able to, fight on even keel with the opposition, losing a series at home versus New Zealand, and now trailing versus Australia under his captaincy. I think that, coupled with the fact that the form with the bat has deserted him, is something that would have led for Rohit Sharma to have taken this decision himself. Having said that, I don't think he would have been alone in that, Pooja, to take that decision. I'm sure he would have consulted the coach in Gautam Gambhir, and Gautam Gambhir, going by past record, if the captain would have taken his opinion, Gautam Gambhir is a player that we know calls a spade, and he probably would have given his honest feedback as to, yes, if there was someone that needs to be dropped at the moment for the balance of the team, it will be the captain in Rohit Sharma. Let's also not forget the role of chief selector Ajit Agarkar, who's with the team there. He's been actively involved in all decision making. He's been known to take some stern calls, as he took with a few other players a few months ago. So another person that would have been consulted and most likely would have voted in favor of Rohit Sharma sitting out would have been the chairman of selectors in Ajit Agarkar. So I think it would have been a collective decision of the team management, but I have no reasons to doubt what Jasprit Bumrah has come out and said, that it must have been initiated by the player himself in Rohit Sharma, whether it makes sense for the Indian team to sit out. And on the subject of Gautam Gambhir,
yes,
because I was saying that he probably would have contributed, I must also remind our viewers that Gautam Gambhir is the same person who was the captain of an IPL team, Delhi Daredevils at that time, Delhi Capitals now. And in the middle of an IPL season, he was captain. He dropped himself because he was out of form and allowed someone else to lead.
That's
so
interesting.
there is precedent there as well.